Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Special Armour. It's a branch of Special Hobby, and as you can see here we get the 1/72 scale Armour kit. So it's so-called Scheuch Schlepper, so in 1/72 scale it might be a useful item to add to some diorama, and we have a commercial sample here, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review. And it is interesting because it's a completely fresh release, and as you can see, it's quite an unusual vehicle, so it will be something different in a small scale. And the set number is SA72017. I'm not sure if it is here on the box art, but it's here on the side, so you can see it here. We also have some information that it's made in Czech Republic, and here we have also some safety advices for this kit, while rear side is dedicated to this simplified, let's say, marking guide for the vehicle. As far as I remember, it was used for the Comet aircraft, but of course if you know more, feel free to write it in the comment section. I will be happy to learn more. So this is a side opening box. It's easy to open, as you can see, and here inside we get the assembly manual, plastic sprues, and also some bonuses as far as you can see. So it will be also not just a simple plastic kit build, because you get a lot of I would say multimedia parts. So let's open the first plastic bag. Well, it's one and only, but inside we get several more. So I would suggest to start with parts for the trailer itself. Here it is, the sprue with all the parts. So as you can see, it's a gray plastic, and here we have all necessary components. These large tubes or cylinders, they will have to be assembled out of two halves, so you will have to be careful while doing this. We also have the main frame, which is molded as a single piece part. It's good, but it will require some careful handling. And maybe we can zoom in so that you can see all of these parts a bit closer, because, well, this is 1/72 scale. You can see comparison with my fingertip. This is not a huge model, so you should, let's say, keep it in mind, because some others will be surprised with the size, especially with the suspension parts and road wheels. And of course we do not have any masks for the road wheels, so you have to be careful while joining all of this stuff together. And I'm not sure if, no, they're actually one piece parts, so at least this is supplied to us as a, let's say, nice bonus. But at least here you have to do something extra in order to paint it, because masks are not included here, so it will be quite a fun. Next, here we see this support, which we saw just a few seconds ago, and if I flip it over here, you can see also that we do not have the guiding elements for these large cylinders, so it's also something to be careful with and to work around with due care. Next, we also get the resin parts, and frankly speaking, I was not expecting them, but they are coming as a part, let's say, of the standard package. So here, for example, you can see the frontal section of this truck. As you can see, it is casted as a single piece part. So we have here the bonnet and the wheel fenders, and even the headlamps are pre-casted, let's say, or pre-molded. So it's something where you will have to work with a sharp brush, because otherwise it will be really tricky to get the right paint finish. But overall casting quality looks really good. We have here the slots for the road wheels, and here you can check it from the rear side. So the only thing you have to do is to separate it off the resin base, and you'll be good to go. Okay, next we proceed with the road wheels. So here they are. There are two of them, as you can see, and they are casted as a single piece part. So again, I will bring them closer, because otherwise it's a bit difficult to understand what we are actually getting here. So here they are. Again, I will remind you that we do not get any masks included here, so you have to be careful while painting all of this stuff. But wheels themselves, they look really nice, just like what we saw on the plastic parts, and of course it should look convincing in such small scale as well. Yes, the resin parts, I would recommend to work with them with some experience, prior experience, because otherwise you might end up with really interesting stuff. So here we continue with another plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to the driver's seat. Also, we get this large panel, and frankly speaking, I'm not sure where it will be going. I'm trying to see it on the box art, but I cannot find it, so we will have to check the assembly manual. And here you can take a look at the opposite side of this resin base. It looks great in my opinion, just like what we saw on the previous parts. Next, we continue, just give me a second, I will remove the dust. So we continue with another wheel setup. I would say that's the tail landing gear leg. As you can see, it is casted together with a wheel, and that's why it might be even more tricky to paint it properly. Definitely use the sharp brush here. As you can see here, we have a lot of struts in place, and of course also pay attention how it should be separated, because here we have the resin flash in between, so it's definitely something where you shouldn't hurry with the resin knife. Next, we continue with the P fret. So it comes in this separate plastic bag. And by the way, the nice and funny touch is that the backing board is made out of box art, out of one of the boxes. So we have here ecological manufacturing, I would say. So here you can see the P fret. It is unpainted. It comes in this golden color. We have the really small and thin parts for various parts or elements of this vehicle. For example, you can see these fenders or handles which will be installed on the wheel fenders. Next, we continue with the steering wheel, the handbrake, and also some other controls. But it looks great, and of course it's necessary to have such thing in 1/72 scale Armour in case you have you want to have such things copied on your vehicle. Next, I'm closing the lenses a bit, because here we have the assembly manual, as you can see. So this one is printed in color. We have short history note in English and Czech, as far as you can see. And next, here we have the parts map and the marking guide. Marking guide is quite simple in my opinion, so in case you have a chance to find some reference material, definitely go for it, because it might be handy for some weathering ideas or maybe for something else. Next, we start assembly with the frontal section. So here we work on this straight away with the large resin part, because it's basically the main base of all of the parts around. And then we continue with more parts in P section being added here. Then we start working also with the plastic parts. This will be used for the tubings, those ones which will be placed on the top of the chassis. Also, we have the cylinders being assembled, and here we continue with this chassis frame. So here, by the way, you can see it in a, let's say, clean view without any sprue attachments. So definitely you have to cut out these holes. Here we continue with assembly of this suspension bogies, which are installed in the rear section, and that's pretty much all. So as you can see, you can even place the aircraft on the top, and that will be a really nice diorama in 1/72 scale, so definitely something to consider. And this kit, this whole set, should be already available. You can get it together with the Comet, so definitely consider such combo initially straight away when you will be getting it out of Special Hobby website. And of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about such a list. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. And if you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.